Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It was just a moment ago. I was out doing some yard work, raking some leaves and bagging them. And I was thinking about the complications that I face every day with the things I have to engage myself in, and I'm always thinking about us. And I think about, you know, the rough things. I spend time thinking about that because it's going to cause the biggest headaches. And these are the things that you wish you could deal with. Hope that you would have a way to deal with them at some future date. And it seems that from the time you might be 20 or the time you're 80, you see some of those same problems there. Different people go through them at different points in time, but they are something that's constantly experienced. And we think about how when we had horse and buggies, we think about stuff like that. How long it took to get to a certain place. When you didn't have nice bridges to go across big bodies of water. We thought about how complicated that must have been at that time, but today we look at that and say, hey, we've mastered that. We can get there quick. We don't have a horse and buggy now, we got jets. And some people got their own private stuff. You just think about how convenient time and technology has made things. And we say that's a good thing. That's a fantastic thing. That's a fine thing. It's all over the world. People are getting and wanting. But there's something else, though, that's coming amongst us all, every land, every place, and that is we the people. And for some strange reason, we the people everywhere require basically the same things. We require heart, we require kidneys, and we require livers and all kind of organs. And not only have those things, we need those things to operate effectively together to make sure that this is one strong and healthy body based within itself. But even beyond that, it requires something else. Everybody with all of those different parts, they still require the same thing. They require sustenance. They require food. They require those kinds of things that they can get other nutrients or other life-giving forces to aid it. All of that stuff works together. And we all know these things are coming amongst us. But then we look at us, having all these things that are so common inside of our bodies, outside of our bodies, so common, with a gift of resources that has been given to us with the earth, and it is free to all of us as the land we walk on, or the water we swim in, or the sky that we live under. And it's all now incumbent upon us as individuals to think, to use our minds, to concentrate, to see what happens around us, to see how positive it is, to see how strong it is, and to make a judgment just like we did when we moved from the steam engine to the big ocean. What do they call those things? The ship boat where everybody go and have a good time. Well, here we are, the people. And what are we doing? With all the time that's passed, with all the things that we've accomplished, we've even got artificial intelligence out there doing things that we the people can't even do. But what are we as human beings doing? We are hating. We are lying to each other. We're abusing each other. We're exploiting each other. We are being racist. And why are these things happening? Because there is a unit, my friends, that must work together to maintain the things of peace, that works to maintain the things of prosperity, that works to maintain the things of joy and happiness and the fulfillment of your dreams. It requires that we, the people, all of us, you've heard the story about an angel up in heaven that got the big head and want to take over. You heard the story that he was kicked out and everybody else that was following him was kicked out because that bull ain't accepted in heaven. And so for those of us down here in the middle of all this hell, we are all in this together. We came here, somebody say we were innocent, I don't know, but we do know right now that we are not. We are as guilty as anybody. We look at the Trumpers and we think that the Trumpers are no good. We look at those who follow and want to be in leadership with Trump, and we say that they are no good. And you look at the Republicans, conservatives, who don't do anything about this, and we say that they are no good. We look at the United States Senate when the president was impeached, and they said it's okay, so you say they are no good. When you look at the House of Representatives under the Republicans, they are only interested in bringing people down, and so you say they are no good. And then you look at the Supreme Court, and you find out the things that they've been making rules that other people must follow, they themselves will not follow. And so you say they are no good. And then you look back at our society, and you see pain, you see suffering, you see people who are sick, who can't get health care. You see people whose teeth are falling out. They can't get that kind of stuff. And you want to stand before the world and call yourself a great nation. A great nation. Somebody needs to tell you that if you were talking onto a brother in Mississippi down on Saturday night in 1964, and you asked him what you're doing, he'll tell you ain't doing shit. I don't care what you think. Why you aren't? Because there are people who are homeless. There are people who are hurting, and it's by your overwhelming your authority over on them. And they don't know the power that they got. They don't know that you exist only because they are blind, and they strengthen you every day in everything they do. You've designed it this way. Who would think that as much evil as you've seen put before you with Donald Trump, that the American people are gloating at the fact that he might be a candidate to represent this country? What? There must not be a Christian anywhere. And maybe there are. And that would indicate that you don't know what the hell you talking about or doing. Why would we put up with stuff like that? Why would God put up with this? You talking about you want God to make a miracle. Why did God let these people suffer? God didn't let them suffer. We let them suffer. Why did we let them suffer? Because we didn't fix the problem. All you want to do is change and say, well, we got it this time, maybe we'll do something. And you're doing nothing. Everything that's been given an opportunity to advance, to grow, it seemed to be growing except we, the people. We're in as much hell as we have ever been. We are right now in the state for any flood to come and wipe us out. Who can stand up and float? Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, if somebody asks me, say, well, what are you supposed to do in a world like this? I say you follow your heart. Yes, there's all kinds of persecution out there, and it's ready to grab you at every turn. But don't let that keep you from turning. You just make sure you take the right turn. We don't really know what's going on. This just might be an opportunity. I'm not saying it is. But this just might be an opportunity for people to make a decision about what is right and about what is wrong. It is possibly an opportunity for people to choose God whom they do not see, but are committed to allow that Spirit of God to live within them. And they're willing to pay the price for whatever righteousness calls on them to stand. And it allows them to, if need be, to go into a fiery furnace. I know people think that was just some old stuff. It might compel them to go to the cross just like Jesus. I know folks don't believe in that, but it just might be true. Because I would say that every ounce of that would be required of a person that's different from the hell as we're living in. And if you can't be different, then you are a part of what you try to pretend like you're not. Now, why am I fussing? I'm fussing out there because I'm tired. I'm out there working my tail. I should be out there enjoying life. Me and my whole family, we should be, just like you and your family, should be enjoying life. Sure, you got your things to do. You got your responsibilities to do. But when you are doing what you came in the earth to do, what do you say? I don't believe I'm doing this and getting paid too. So my friends, that's not the complication. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. We're blinded with some bull. With some bull. We are here for one another. They told us we're here for money to take care of ourselves. We are here for one another. And being here for one another, there is no amount of money that can be printed that can bring you the life that you can get free just by loving one another as you want to be loved. I'm going to leave it there right now. If you didn't get this, well, I can go take a break. Goodbye for now.